Hi, this is Becky Ivins with Movers Real Estate Company. Today we're going to be talking about foreclosures. Okay, what exactly is a foreclosure? Well, a foreclosure is a property that has been repossessed by a lender. The buyer failed to follow through with their obligations to make payments, and that can happen for a variety of reasons. Why does someone quit making payments? Well, they could have a bad accident and not be able to perform their job and have an income. They can lose their job. They can get divorced. Somebody can die. There's a lot of things that will actually put a seller of the property into a position to where they're unable to make payments. But in the end, the mortgage company is going to foreclose on the property if the payments are not made. So at closing, we typically say, if you don't pay, you don't stay. Once the bank or mortgage company takes the property back, it's considered an REO, and that just means real estate owned by a third party. It's not a buyer particularly or a seller, an individual that owns the property. It's a bank. So they have what they call their REO departments. We have a position in our multiple listing service that indicates whether a property is an REO, which is a foreclosed property. You as the consumer are unable to see this because it's a hidden field in our multi-list. So you have to rely on a professional to look up foreclosure properties for you. I get calls all the time from people saying, I want to look at foreclosures. And my question is always, why would you want to look at foreclosures? Because they're good deals. Well, what if I could find you another house that had not been foreclosed on that's about the same price as the one that has been foreclosed on? Would you be interested in that home? Well, sure, I would be interested in that home. So why don't we look at all the properties? So we look at all the properties to see, well, which one really is the best deal? And my thought on foreclosures is typically before someone stops making payments on their house, they usually stop maintaining the house. So if they don't have the money to make payments, they're going to quit that weed and feed of the lawn. They're going to quit the air conditioning yearly contract to check it out. They're not going to go buy paint and paint the outside of the house if they're behind on payments. They're just scraping by. So the maintenance of foreclosed homes almost always is delayed maintenance, and there's things that are broken, and you really can't tell many times on foreclosed properties whether or not they're in good shape, because oftentimes all the utilities are not even on when you look at the property. Why would someone be interested in a foreclosure? Well, from my point of view, I like properties as foreclosures because I'm dealing with a seller that is not emotionally involved in the transaction. The bank wants to sell that property and wants to get rid of it. So they're typically a lot easier to negotiate with. Sometimes they can be actually a pretty good buy on the property too, but most foreclosure properties are as-is purchases. So if there's something broken, you're going to have to fix it after closing. So that needs to be considered in your transaction. Even if you have to turn the utilities on yourself to do inspections, I advise always do full inspections, whether it's a foreclosed home or whether it's a home owned by just a typical seller that's lived there for years. Do your inspections. So foreclosed properties, if you have other questions, please do give me a call. I'm at 722-3232, or shoot me a quick email, Becky@BeckyIvins.com.